Hey everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, that is Connor, and we are going to talk about Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 11. It's called The Martian Chronicles. Full spoilers for the episode, as always.
God damn, this was good. just jumping right in there.
Well, it's kind of nice to hear that, because you were a little bit more negative on last week's
I was,
episode.
and it's refreshing to be back on board so fully.
What was funny as well, I did enjoy this, for the most part. I do have a couple of things.
I mean, it wasn't perfect, especially a little bit towards the end.
Yes. Actually, my biggest problem with this, although it's kind of a weird non-problem now for a while, is this episode really showed up that the actress playing McGann is nowhere near as good as anyone else in the cast.
That's fair.
So that would be complaint number one. That's just a sort of easy one to say. Her acting's just not as good. She suffers in comparison to everyone else.
She's not awful, but everyone else is really good on this show.
Yeah, everyone else is really good. Has charisma, has charm, and she shares a lot of scenes, obviously, with Jean.
Yeah.
And David Harewood's just.
It's on
great.
a whole nother level, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like you're trying, but you're.
I feel like if you popped her in one of the other CW superhero shows,
she'd fit right. She'd fit right on an arrow.
You wouldn't really. Yeah. That's a bit insulting to her, I think.
I do apologise. That's a wee bit mean of me to say. But no. So that the other problem I'd have is at one point in this episode where John says to her, he basically admits that he loves her and says that she fills a hole in his heart, and I didn't have too much a problem with that. Right? It was then the line, "I don't know how I could live my life without you," and I was like, "Wait, whoa, John,
Yeah.
bit quick." It was, you literally just got over the racism last episode.
Yeah, but psychic bonds, yo.
I'm just saying,
Bit
quick. I just felt a bit far gone for that. And then a couple of things towards the end with the romance, but
yeah,
that's the gist of my complaints. The actual main bulk of it, there was some cool Martian on Martian fighting, and we had the whole, we're trapped in a building and someone's a white Martian and we don't know who it is.
It's your favourite stuff, isn't it?
It is my favourite kind of stuff. It's very The Thing. Even the testing was very. I mean, it wasn't cutting and getting blood, but same thing. The fire.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, as soon as it says someone's a white Martian, I'm like, it's one of the red shirts. Like, that was my immediate thought. And then
that's what's the obvious thing is.
But then when they started assuming that themselves, I'm like, okay, it's not one of them because they're assuming it. And I was
my question is, when did they swap them out? I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, because Wynn was in the room.
And so was Alex. Wasn't she? Because she came in.
You're right, yeah, Alex was there. Well, the power did go out for like a split second. and the lights went down.
Can white Martians phase?
I have no reason to suspect why not.
Because I guess the laws because they just phased down and then went back up, but...
Given how McGann leaves at the end, they've got some sort of magic.
That's a teleport, isn't it, though?
True.
That's teleporting her up the ship. That's Star Trek style.
Star Trek style, actually. Very Star Trek. They are cheating a little bit. They're basically banking on that couple of seconds of darkness to just accept that they managed to do it that quickly.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. Don't get me wrong. I'll accept it. But it was in the back of my head while I was watching it. Once it revealed that there was two of them, I was like, when did this... even Win, I was like, when did they swap Win?
Yeah. So you're going to have to let that go.
Yeah.
But that main bulk of the plot was a lot of fun. And the fight at the end when we got both green Martians. I mean, she's not really green, but she's taking the persona of a green Martian now.
Yeah.
And they're double teaming the white Martian. Meanwhile, Supergirl's fighting the other white Martian, and then Alex comes in and she's kept the gun from the planet from Supergirl.
And she one-shots it.
Yeah, she one-shots a white Martian. Goes, if I told anyone how much I love my new gun.
It's so good.
Oh, this is a great running joke. She used to keep this going. She used to keep one-shotting things and be like, oh man, I really love this alien gun.
It's so good.
Like
everything in that plot, I loved.
Great. Really sad. I feel like there's not a lot to talk about in it. It's just
because it was so straightforward.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
straightforward. The Thing, wandering corridors, flashing red lights for no reason.
It does it so well.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they needed a reason to go searching, but like I almost don't think they needed the bombs going to go off. It was just a case of we're looking for the Martian. Would have done it.
They just wanted a countdown, didn't they?
Yeah. So I can't fault it much, but I don't think he needed it. But it was good fun stuff. The action looked good as well. It is weird because it was like, oh, they're setting most of it in the building to save money, probably because one, the Martian stuff will cost a fair amount, and secondly, well, I mean, if they're saving money because they know they've got to do big stuff in like 2 episodes time or something like that, then sure,
yeah,
I'm cool with any simple.
But considering all the Martians actually looked good,
like they did.
Yeah. The fight when it's not hiding it, it's out there in the open. There's a big massive 2-on-1 fight.
Because it's funny, I have been a little bit critical that they have been hiding Martian version of Jean this season. Yeah. They've definitely been shying away from it a little bit more, but. No, I mean, they kind of saved up and they gave us this great moment where both of them, and they were doing like spin kicks and stuff, and it looked...
It was worth it when it looked good.
Yeah, so I can't fault that too much. I'm liking it the Alien Bar is still a regular feature, it's a regular sort of dive to go to. That's cool. As far as the relationship stuff goes, I did like Supergirl and Alex. Their thing I liked... Mainly because I wasn't sure about it at first with the whole, oh, Maggie got me tickets, I kind of need to cancel on your birthday.
Yeah.
But when it got to the actual resolutions, or at least the fake resolution with the fake Alex as the White Martian, maybe it's the acting, but like the scene worked for me. Like
it does. I think it is the acting because I don't think the dialogue is anything special. I mean, it's certainly not bad because obviously we can enjoy it.
Do you actually think it is, in part? I think it's because they don't drag it out as long as they could have. I feel like most shows would typically wait until the big climatic moment later on, and don't get me wrong, there's a little twist to it because it turns out it's not actually Alex, and it comes back again later. But the fact that Supergirl, when stuff's going down, you know what, I just need to fess up. I don't want to die, or I don't want her to die, because Supergirl's not going to die, but I don't want Alex to die in this situation and not be honest about it. And it feeds into the way she's talking to Wynn, because she's pissed at Wynn at the start. She's still... And at the end of the episode, when Alex is like, oh, I need to run off and see Maggie, and she's like feeling kind of alone, and she's kind of lonely. She goes over to Wynn, and she's like, hey, buddy. I honestly thought she was going to say, hey, do you want to celebrate my birthday with me? And I was going to like tear up. I was like, oh, this is adorable. Celebrate her birthday with her. God damn you, Wynn. But he's like, no, I've got a big hunky man to go hang out with this evening. And then they're all alone, empty in the shot, and I'm like, oh, I want to hug her. This is. You've
literally just created this entire thing in your head as an excuse to go and hug.
No, she generally looked sad. She looked like a little puppy. It was devastating.
I know.
It was devastating. Okay, so the part obviously that we probably didn't like as much was the Mon-El romance bollocks.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Do you know what the sad part is? The scene at the start, which I thought was a little bit weird and redundant, because it felt like it was just like, let's recap the last conversation we had.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. At the time I was like, I kind of like that she's just like, yeah, it's not your job, it's not my circle, it's just you. I wouldn't date someone like you. That was kind of funny, and it also felt kind of honest. But then Alex had to come over and be like, well, maybe you're just disguising how you feel about something else. I'm like, Alex, shut your mouth.
And then it's like, oh, okay, fine. If they're going to do the relationship, fine, just do it. And then she goes to tell him, and it's like, oh, there's already someone else, because of course there bloody is.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not really a try. A test marker doesn't count as a full triangle point.
But she's just there to be irritating.
Do you know what it is? It's basically Rachel going to the airport and Ross gets off the plane with Julie.
Yeah.
I am shocked I remembered Julie's name.
So am I, because I didn't. I mean, I knew exactly what you were talking about. I was like, I have no idea what her name is. It just came to you in the moment, though, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, Julie. Although, there I actually wanted Ross and Rachel to get together. Here, I'm still kind of the opinion where I don't think it doesn't feel right. It feels like they're trying and they're doing their best, but I don't really feel them clicking as a couple.
I agree, but they clearly want to try it, so I'd rather them just get to it and let me see how I feel with it in action. Like, I don't want it delayed like this. That's what's annoying me more. I was like, right, Just put them together and let's see how I feel about it then.
Well,
Don't
see,
give me this.
Here's the thing, though. We know as soon as the moment it happens, the moment there's going to be a couple,
No, it's
that's
all gonna
when
go wrong.
that's when Daxam and people are
It's when
showing
it goes
up.
tits up, innit?
That's what I like how any Americans watching just learned a new phrase. That's when it goes tits up. But no, like that's when the Daxamites are going to show up, and that's when, oh crap, he was secretly.
And
the
he was
prince.
lying to me the whole time about who he really is. How can I trust him? Ugh. Oh, I hate this plot line already.
See, part of that sounds okay to me because I'm like, oh, she'll hate him again. This is great.
I know, but I just can't be bothered with the drama of it because it's just so unnecessary.
Yeah, the relationship between them feels forced, and I think it sticks out worse because Alex and Maggie have worked so well and have been handled so well.
Yeah. On that note, I changed up my usual routine this week because of the instead of eating my donuts after last week's, I had some ice cream, regular ice cream, obviously not vegan.
But of course, at the end of this episode, you're like, I want a cupcake now.
I got a bunch of them. Paige baked me 12 earlier.
I hate you so much. I don't have any cupcakes.
I've got 12. They just sat there. It's like, oh yes, I'm gonna have cupcakes after this.
Although, Cara, you eat a cupcake like a hand, like an animal. You don't need.
Yeah.
What's this
knife?
Knife and fork ball? It's a cupcake. A big cake, sure, use a fork. But a cupcake, no. Cupcake is made for handheld consumption.
That's literally like the entire point of it. Sure, like it's in its own little wrapper, so you can take it on the go, and you just take it out when you want it.
Maybe I was paying too much attention, but during this scene,
while it was in the wrapper.
Yeah, she cut it while it was in the wrapper. So you seen the wrapper bend down, and it was really unneat.
I was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
And my OCD's like, no.
How did the director not go? Do you want to just
another take?
Out? Yeah.
Melissa, listen to me. Another take.
Look, we love you and we love all your stuff with food, but that one.
No. Another take. Another take. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a very girly thing to like pick your food and eat it. Like that's something I noticed. Like girls do that a lot more than guys do. We tend to just be like, whereas but girls will pick it apart. And
there's paper there. It's supposed to come down.
Yes. No. I'm drawing the line.
Yeah.
I'm drawing the line, and I'm a little disappointed in Alex. I thought we've seen she had standards last week with the vegan ice cream. I really wanted Alex to say, look, I will whip out the kryptonite if you don't cut that properly.
Oh man, I'd love to see Alex just bantering, just go, I will get the kryptonite. Don't you dare make me.
Hey, if I was friends with Kara or Clark, I'd be like threatening to shove kryptonite up their ass on a weekly basis. It would just be a normal phrase.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, what else are you going to threaten them with?
I know.
I get to threaten you with all sorts of death and pain and punishment. Doesn't work on that.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Maybe an alien gun would still work on Kara, though. It is an alien gun.
That's true. Might at least pack a punch.
Yeah, it'll be like a stun gun.
Yeah. Let's get one of those.
So take the wrapper down first, or the stun gun's coming out, Kara. I mean, it's a shame because I think Kara and Monel, just to actually go back on topic, I think they actually do have some chemistry, but like I say, I feel like it's not romantic.
Yeah, like you say this every week, and
yeah.
I'm of the opinion where I need to see them being actually romantic together at the same time till I decide.
Well, see, the thing is, I feel like we have. I feel like I'm more against this now than I was before. The moment where I decided I didn't want it was the kiss.
Okay.
And it felt awkward. Enough. And it reminded, because it was in the previously on, in this one, and I went, I didn't like that.
See, that didn't bother me at the time, but I want to see it just properly, not just one moment. I want to see properly, just have them together and let me see how I feel then. Or just don't do it at all. One or the other.
But this is the thing is, though, Kara on her own, fantastic. Chemistry with everyone. Monel on his own, fantastic. Chemistry with everyone. It's just this specific romantic plot that's the problem. So, hopefully they get out of the systems, and season 3 we can try Bachelor number 4.
Aye.
Or just accept that wins your true love, and let's just get on with it.
I'm down for that. Speaking of win, cracking me up. You know, after they rescued him, he's like, I can't even walk. It's just great.
He was being pretty funny. Especially he was like, I can turn the bomb off, but I'd have to go down there, and that's dangerous. Like, let's go. He's ducking and diving, dodging Martians to get to the
Just
console.
don't look behind you. Don't look behind you.
He's like, well, it was fine. We had 12 whole seconds left to go.
It's playing. I love Win. He's the best.
I'll give it this. I appreciate not stopping on 1 second. I appreciate
that would have been too cliche, wouldn't it?
I appreciate it being a good random number like 12.
Yeah.
Good. Spot on.
Sure, I should have gone with 11 just because it's episode 11.
Oh, very good. Now, I always feel like if I'm never going to do that, if I ever write a script and I've got a bomb stopping, it's going to stop on 37 seconds. Because 37 is a prime number. Both odd. Both digits are odd. It feels random. It feels like the most random number that ever randomed.
Yeah, but it's too light. Like 37 seconds feels like you got a lot of time with 37 seconds.
Obviously, that's the surprise. You're used to every single thing, but it has to be close to the wire because that's what builds
But it doesn't
tension.
have to be that close. I mean, 12 seconds is there's a bit of breathing space there. 37 feels like you're going too far. I mean, I don't think you could be more than 20, honestly. You kind of deflate the moment if you go more than 20, unless you're going for like a comedy beat.
Oh, of course it'll be funny. I'm not going to put a ticking time bomb like that and not have it be funny.
I don't know, unless you draw attention to it and make it an actual comedy beat.
I'm not playing it straight. I don't put that in a script and play it straight. It's been done too much.
All right.
It's been done too much. Was there anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, by the way, Jean, a little bit creepy stalking your girlfriend as different people.
Well, yeah, but I love how she just called him out on it. It's like, I know it's you, again, like that one, and the other one.
There's something really, because she mentions at one point, oh, you were the little girl or the little boy in the park or something like that. And I was like, there's something extra creepy about stalking someone when you're pretending to be a kid.
There is. Just to say again, though, I really love their theme, the choir that you get when they're together.
Yeah, well, actually, at the end of the episode when they're saying goodbye, which, by the way, I loved them saying goodbye, Miss Martian. That was a nice little touch.
Nice.
But as they were talking, it was like his sad Martian theme, but it was like a sort of more romantic version of it.
It was, yeah.
With a little sort of extra sort of, I don't know what that was, a little xylophone or something just kind of creeping in. Little high-pitched percussion.
I think it was a glockenspiel.
Glockenspiel, yeah. Something like that, creeping in.
Yeah.
It was
It was
nice.
similar to what we got last week in Inside Her Mind, on the Mars. It's similar to that there. I really like it.
Yeah, that's good. So I feel like the romantic subplot is kind of, it's like a noose around everything just now, which is a shame. But otherwise,
especially when it bookends the episode, it feels even more.
Yeah, well, it's not even just that it bookends; it's that they actually treat it as the hook at the end. They're like, oh, she has feelings for him, and now there's someone in the way.
Yeah,
like, they treat that as the cliffhanger, and it's like, I don't really care. Well, I don't really dislike them either. I couldn't name you more than one song probably. But the Bare Naked Ladies shirt that Maggie was wearing, I thought was pretty funny because it took me a second to actually realise it was what it was. Because I was
the periodic table one.
Yeah, I was like, is that a Breaking Bad shirt? And I was reading that. I was like, do these make form words? Oh right, Bare Naked Ladies. Okay.
It made me laugh when Alex realised, but because of the song name, the 1 week.
Mm.
And then she's like, oh yeah, that's one of their songs. Oh shit, yeah.
It's one of those. I'm happy to say that I did realise that as soon as it started playing. Like I got that that's why it was playing, was because they were setting up their thing.
Good stuff.
Took me a few seconds to read the shirt though. I was too focused on the periodic elements of it that I wasn't reading it as a whole.
Makes sense.
And I was like, go eat some vegan ice cream.
Oh,
that's a threat coming from me. Like that is a proper slur. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think we covered that pretty thoroughly last week. To be honest.
We did. I'm still not over it though.
So now we got the offense of that is vegan ice cream, and now using a knife on a cupcake and not even pulling the wrapper down.
Do you know what? I'll let the using the cutlery say. It's just she's been a neat freak. That's fine. But cutting it without pulling the wrapper down.
Do you know what's even worse about it is if you are doing it to be neat and so you don't get crumbs everywhere. If you pull the wrapper down and then cut, you've got a little plate made out of the wrapper.
Yeah, it's
to catch it.
It's a natural.
It's perfectly designed.
That's why it designs to fold out. That's what it does.
Yeah, exactly. It catches it. It's a nice little holder for it, and I feel like she's really not utilising this well enough.
I want to point out, just before people say in the comments that we're nitpicking, I want to point out, we're not saying this is a critique of the show. We're just making fun because we thought it was stupid how she did it.
We did.
That's
We
all.
did this last season with the pizza.
We did. Oh my god! When they took one bite of pizza and put it back down.
Yeah.
Oh, but do you know what I found out this week?
What?
Apparently, this is a thing. People from New York. It's a regional thing in New York. They eat the crust first on a pizza.
But what do you hold then? What?
And then,
Oh, that hurts my brain.
do you know that movie thing where, like, in movies, New Yorkers always like fold it? They always do that thing where they properly fold it. That's just a movie myth. No, the way they eat the pizza is they eat the crust first. Is what I've heard this
See,
week.
folding makes sense. I've folded pizzas before because it's it stops all your toppings falling out. Like, if you got a especially, like
Wet one.
wet one or there's a lot of stuff on it, just fold it in half and hold it up. It's great. Stops it going everywhere.
I like that the Supergirl reviews are at least 30% food on a regular basis at this point.
Yeah, well, they do this to us.
Yeah. So to sum up, because we should wrap this up, because we're already hitting 20 minutes, I feel like if we go 30 minutes on this one, I feel like we're just stretching it because we've actually finished talking about the episode.
Probably about 12 minutes of episode talk, and then the rest is food.
So to sum up, enjoyed the episode a lot. Romantic subplot doesn't feel like it's quite clicking, but everything else is pretty solid. Barring Jean jumping the gun with his romance thing.
Yeah. But then in his defense, it's been like 300 years. It gets lonely.
I'm just saying, it's a bit of a turnaround from last week to I'm racist, I hate her kind, to this week.
Well, that was just denial, and he was projecting. He's like, I can't admit that I love her, so I must hate her.
Okay, right, okay, there's a bit of a point there, sure. Just jumping the gun a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. But like everyone else, and I like Kara's thing, because as much as I don't like the romance bit, I do like that she's kind of... Like, I like the whole thing with Alex and then try to go to win, and she's feeling kind of alone. So I buy that she's maybe...
Open to going to Mon-El then after that.
Yeah, open to wanting feelings. Like,
yeah.
He's busy for her, she's busy for him, that maybe Mon-El will be there for her, and that's appealing to her. I get that. I do get that. That's actually a good little bit of writing between those three plot threads. So I will acknowledge that. It's just not working for me in terms of just the core part of it. But
yeah.
There you go. That's Supergirl, episode 11. Let us know what you thought of this one. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. Are you as offended by the cupcake eating techniques as we were? If you're vegan, I apologise again because we always...
Again, it's not you, it's your food.
It's your food, yes. So yeah, guys on Twitter and all that stuff. Mailed_fuzz. Individual Twitters on the screen. That's us, and my cat's meowing in the distance. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.